host, Doc Nah. But you already know that. How was those past few episodes, man? Did you like it? I hope so. Keep on listening, Brody. Shit, bro. I am tired. Like, honestly, bro, if this joint comes out bad, then yeah, you're not even gonna get this cut. You feel me? Or this joint might be a lot shorter than the other one. Not a lot, man. Like I'm not about to do a fucking episode, like a 15-minute episode, bro. But you're not getting me to an hour. I don't think so. All right, I'll try, bro. I got my sparkling water right here. Put a little bit of pre-workout, just a little bit of energy. But gosh, am I tired? How was you guys' weekend, huh? What did you do? Okay. Oh, you guys don't really got anything to say. I'll go, man. I'll go. I'll be the one to take the charge. I'll tell you guys what I did. All right. Went to a graduation, man. My sister's graduated from college. Finally. Like, so, you know, congratulations. Drinks up. Cheers. Yeah, all that stuff. My fault. Got had to take a swig. Drinks up. Cheers. You know. But yeah, bro. Me, God, it's her birthday on Wednesday too, so I can never get a break. It's never enough. But yeah, man, driving 2 hours down wasn't that bad, bro. The drive down, I got to before the graduation, I talked to one of my old friends, bro, from high school, because she was down in that college too. So before the graduation took place, I was able to hang out with her for a little bit, catch up. Honestly, I don't think I had seen her since like maybe fresh. Nah, it was either just like after graduating, like senior year, or it was freshman. It was like that summer after my freshman year in college. I think it was really just graduate after graduating. I hadn't seen her since. You know, things are doing good for her. She got herself a little Janie Jane. Me, I was just cool. Shit, bro. This joint sounds like it's about to be ass. Real quick, let me check. And actually, there is something that I can talk about that would give me a wee bit of energy, huh? Oh my gosh, bro. You've been playing like some games too much, or like just in general. Because like I was trying to type in like the daily news place, whatever. I put in daily quest. Jesus Christ. There was like a news story that a TikToker matched with that one famous guy from Friends, Matthew Perry. Um, honestly, I don't know who that is off the top of my. No way. She messed with Chandler. It was Chandler. Oh my gosh, bro. So this nigga Matthew Perry is 51 this or right now, or at the time it happened. I think she was 19 at the time it happened. He was either 50 or 51. All right, but basically, if you guys didn't know, because I didn't know, Raya, Raya, just in case you're curious, Raya is an app for famous people or rich people to basically use in order to Now it's the rich version of Tinder, right? You haven't heard of it? You're broke, all right. That's it. Like you were too broke. If you haven't even heard of it, then you're probably not making more than four figures, bro. It's sad life. It's a very sad life. But yeah, so number one, this TikTok user, does it not say her name? Oh, Kate Harrelson. I don't know how she got access to the app. I guess it's like not that exclusive for the ladies, but definitely for guys. Because I had never heard of no Kate Harrelson. All right, to be completely honest, let me see. I just see her Instagram, right? Kate Harrelson. Dog, she doesn't even have 10K followers on Instagram. Like, if you don't have 10K followers on Instagram, who are you to match with Matthew Perry, bro? Chandler, the one and only, bro. This is like it was either between him or probably Joe is the funniest person in his friends, bro. Like, telling you, bro. Now, when you guys first see this, you guys might be like, wait, nah, that nigga's 51. She's 19. Is this a predator situation? Nope. Because Raya, just like Tinder, I'm pretty sure has filters. So you can select the age that you want to do it on. All right? Like, I'm just prefacing this. Like, keep in mind, set the age. You have to mutually match with each other. Not one person, it's not just like, oh, one person says, I choose you on some Pokemon shit. Nah. You both have to choose each other, bro. You both have to swipe right. But let's go ahead. Let's read the story together, all right? Okay. One, two, three. Oh my gosh. Nah, oh my, what is wrong with me? This pre-workout's working a little bit too much. Got all my energy back. A young TikTok user went viral for posting up. This is what I'm saying. She probably didn't even have 9K before this on Instagram. She probably got the. Oh my gosh, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Clout was a hell of a drug, and it's be having people just like out like. Oh my gosh, bro. This is why guys just be using apps now, and they don't be asking girls out like back in the day. Why? Because of this shit, bro. Even like I don't even think there's people as much people sliding into like other people's stuff as there were even in like previous years. Because now everybody's getting in trouble. Let's keep going. Real quick, let me just say this. All right, I don't care if somebody else is if in general someone is in a relationship with a 19-year-old and they're 51. If it's mutual, like at the end of the day, we can be like, oh, it's because this is the thing. Like, are we really going to like blame this nigga? Like, in general, I wouldn't blame no guy if he has enough skills to pull a 19-year-old at 51. Like, let's be completely honest with each other, bro. If you're 19, you're looking for people that age, girl or man, bro. Either, bro, y'all have like, I don't even think that's daddy issues anymore. I think that's like granddaddy issues, maybe. Yo, where your grandma at, man? Where your mom's at? Where your grandma at? A happy Mother's Day, by the way. Where your mom's at? The graduation was on Mother's Day as well, bro. It was just a long day, man. It was just a long day. It was a rough one, as Bill Burr would say. Taking out this wig, but yeah. In general, I don't really be caring what how other people's relationships are. If there's a mutual agreement, it's not like this nigga like caught her before she was 18 and started grooming her for this. They literally met at the same time. Mutually, are all like, let's start talking, have a conversation. Even if, because this is my thing. even when you blame, because even when you talk about gold diggers, all right, partially, we don't just blame like we don't just sit there and blame the gold digger for stealing all of the man's money. Partially, we kind of blame the guy too, obviously excusing stuff like what's that? Forgot what that joint is. Is it a disease or just an alignment of being old, bro? Freaking the joint that like a lot of old people get, and they just like end up forgetting a bunch of stuff. Forgetfulness, and y'all probably know, bro. I probably sound like stupid as shit, bro. Alzheimer's, yeah. Like obviously ignoring stuff like that, like where they're where like they don't even really know what they're doing, and like it's really just in the hands of one person. Besides those, I feel like everybody like I don't know. I'm just not one to like judge or care. It's not even just judging. It's like oh look at like oh, like when you make a like what the fuck face. Like I'll look and I'll do that, but then I'll just be like keep on walking because it's none of my business. And unless they like dead ass kissing or something, I'll probably think that's like old ass dad, and then like their daughter, which I like. Unless they're doing some couple stuff, but for the most part, I wouldn't care if it's mutual. Like, should you care? 19 in most places is old enough. But let's just keep going. All right. A young TikTok user who went viral for posting a private FaceTime chat with Matthew Perry says she released the video to expose how older men in Hollywood are taking advantage of younger women on dating apps. Now, keep in mind, she didn't get taken advantage of. But let's see. A lot of people were saying I'm bullying and mean for posting this, and it made me feel kind of bad. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of guys in Hollywood are talking to all these young girls, and there's something that I think a lot of people should be aware of. I'll pause right there. Now, I'm not going to contest this because it's most likely true. Just like how we had all these allegations flooding nowadays of like like YouTubers doing that type of stuff. Now it's like you're wondering where the YouTubers learned it from. Nigga, Hollywood has been here forever. They even and they have the ability to hide stuff, just like the Catholic Church were when they were touching little boys. You feel me? But on we go. All right. Harrison said she was only 19 when she matched with Perry, not who was 50 at the time, but now 51. It's crazy how, like, I just think it's crazy how they are like, who Harrison, who was only 19 at the time, matched with Perry, now 51. They didn't say his age when they matched. They made sure to like use his like the oldest age for this nigga to just make it a little bit worse, bro. Like obviously there's not much difference between 50 and 51, but like why aren't you using her current age and his current age? Why are you just using one? On the Elite app last May said friend since now 51 on the Elite app last May said the friend star asked to move their conversation for Raya to FaceTime almost immediately after matching. All right, now keep in mind this nigga can't just be like snap his finger and get her FaceTime, bro. She had to give it to him, and in and of it, in and of itself, I feel as though like we're not really pushing personal responsibility anymore as much as we used to, bro. Like if you give your number, like this is my thing, and I have told my friends multiple times, bro. If they're about to give somebody my number, ask me fucking first. Don't just give random niggas my number. That pisses me off. All right. I don't care if I'm cool with them, whatever. You shouldn't be giving. You shouldn't give out other people's number unless they say you can. Point blank. Period. That's just me, personally. But not everybody thinks like that, and that's why I'm saying like it's not like this nigga forced her to give him the number. She could have been like, oh, nah, I'm not comfortable with FaceTiming right now. Just like how, like, when you match with somebody on Tinder and you immediately say FaceTime, they don't have to be like, here's my number. But on we go. Los Angeles based personal assistant. Almost immediately after matching, the Los Angeles based personal assistant, now 20, said, so now they finally say her age, said she had matched with other celebs before, but doesn't ever talk to older guys. However, she chose to chat with Perry because she thought, oh, this would be funny. I was not really thinking of anything, Harrelson added, noting that while she recognized the famous actor, the Gen Z Zer had never even really watched Friends. I feel as though like we're really just letting anybody get away with shit. Like she literally said, she matched with him because she thought it would be funny. This is an app that people use in order to they have sex. I'm pretty sure it's just like Tinder, right? So it's like I don't. Chrissy Teigen calls out Ben Affleck's and I don't know about the Ben Affleck situation. I think Ben Affleck, that nigga was a little bit weirder, but uh, I don't even. Who the fuck is Chrissy Teigen? I don't know. Do I do I care about what Chris? I mean, personally, I don't care about what Chrissy Teigen says. But what does she even fucking do for her opinion to matter? She's a personal blogger. She got 34 million followers on Instagram, so I guess some people care, but I don't. But let's continue. Oh wait, Chris. So it's funny. The title of this joint is Chrissy Teigen calls out Ben Affleck and Matthew Perry. Within the article, though, she also calls out the TikTokers, saying that it's tacky to release private messages. You're both wrong. So, but it's just crazy how titles will be. All right, it doesn't say Chrissy Teigen's response to the Ben Affleck and Matthew Perry situations. Rather, it's just she calls out Ben Affleck and Matthew Perry. Maybe she mostly just attacked the celebs, but I don't know, bro. I feel it's a two-way street. If you think that it's gonna be creepy, don't fucking match with them. Period. But let's continue because this, like I said, I don't know about the Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck's joints was a little bit worse, but really Matthew Perry didn't even move anywhere sexual. But let's continue. I was not thinking anything of it, noting that she recognized the famous actor, the Gen Z, and never really watched Friends, blah, blah, blah. While on the FaceTime call, Harrelson said Perry suggested that they ask each other questions back and forth to get to know each other better. The TikTok video shows a short clip of them playing 20 questions. Now, you see, when I first heard they were playing 20 questions, I was like, shit, this nigga's gone. Because, dog, anybody else who I've heard, like, just among my friends that I've heard play 20 questions, as your always gets sexual at some point. So I was like, yeah, I was about to do that. I also said none of the questions were sexual, but she did feel uncomfortable at times, especially since she said she was upfront with the fact that she was only 19. That pisses me off. Dude, I don't care at all. If you're uncomfortable with the situation, you can hang up your phone, bro. You don't have to stay on the FaceTime call. And it's like, dog, I just hate this, bro. Like, this nigga literally did not do anything wrong. He was respectful. He just asked her 20 questions. I don't think he minded that. It kind of felt weird talking to someone. She didn't. I don't think he minded that she's referring to her age. It kind of felt weird talking to someone my dad's age. It just felt not right, especially when he knew how young I was and you knew how old he was. Dog, that's what I'm saying. The lack of personal responsibility is fucking amazing. Like, dude, I think I'm technically in the Gen Z category. Let me see. Gen Z. Gen Z start date. Like, let me see. Yeah, born between 1997 and 2012 slash 15. So between 6 and 24 years old. Oh my fucking gosh. Gosh. So technically, I'm in this Gen Z category, but I feel as though I share a lot more similarities with millennials. But I just, oh my gosh, bro. A lot of this shit now is just terrible. I don't even know what the fuck these guys they're even saying. Like, what the point of this? They're even. I just don't get it. The oh my gosh, bro. These niggas literally called her the blonde beauty. Dog, how old was the person that wrote this? All right. Oh, it was a girl, so it's okay. Elaine. Fucking bullshit, bro. How old are you, Elaine? Fucking piece of shit. The blonde beauty, bro. I hate it, bro. Why are you sucking her? I'm telling you, bro. This is why newspaper, all these tabloids, all these magazines, bullshit. Nobody cares about this shit anymore. Cause they're always they literally hopped on the clickbait bandwagon. Fucking pieces of shit. The blonde beauty claimed the actor asked her at one point, "Am I as old as your dad?" That's a valid 20 questions here. Question. So it was weird, she added, noting that she told the odd couple star that he was only about a year older than her father, but she claimed the TV star laughed off. What is he supposed to do? Like, dog, I don't know, bro. Harrelson said her friend snapped a quick clip of the parents' FaceTime call, which is what was posted onto the TikTok account this week. Honestly, I never had any intention of posting it. When, but then I saw that one video and thought, oh, this would be funny. I didn't expect it to blow up as fast as it could. Harrison was inspired of another viral video of a TikTok user named Navane J, who posted a personal video of Ben Affleck after they had matched on Raya. Said the two women were now in touch via DM, and J had advised her. You post something, you expect some people to have it. Obviously, a lot of people go into his side because he's celeb. Nope, no, no. Just like how most people weren't on EDP side, most people weren't on the that nigga Call Me Carson, I think his name was. Cause like I'm just naming off YouTubers who kind of like were in the pedophilia ring type joint, grooming type ring. Like now I'm just calling them out, and I'm like, no, majority of people were not on these niggas' sides, and you're just saying, oh, they're on their side because he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity TV character. Nope. A whole lot of people were called out for during the like earlier Me Too joint, and I don't think people were on their side. Or Kelly, I don't think anybody was on his side. I think the only thing that people said was like, yeah, he was a terrible person, but he made some good music. Like those were club bangers. Everybody was going on to him earlier. You feel me? But I don't think anybody was on their side. So whatever. Unlike Jay though, or at least a majority of people were not on their side. But whatever. Unlike Jay though, Harrelson decided to take down the video less than 24 hours of posting it because she did feel a little bad. Now, this is my issue, bro. Once you put that shit online, it doesn't go away. All right, niggas screen recorded, niggas did this and that. Like you're not getting away, bro. Fucking bullshit. Like, oh, she took it down. No, she did. Once it's on the internet, it's there. All right, my nigga, I can scheme fucking Skillshare, master classes, and all that shit online without paying for it. Just downloading it straight. All right, TikTok literally has a feature where you can download videos. And then she did this joint. So how bad does she actually feel? Dog, clout is a hell of a drug. Let's continue. All right. The celeb assistant added that she and Perry never actually met up in person, although the actor allegedly tried once and told her. Oh my fucking gosh. So allegedly tried once. Did he try? Tell me if this is an attempt to meet up. Maybe one day you can get a COVID test and come over. I don't know if that's a try or just like, oh yeah, get tested. Dog, I just feel as though a lot of people were down bad during the COVID joint. I think that's what it was. I did it. She was all like, I did it for more of a joke of it, which sounds mean. I didn't think anything of it. She said of her decision to FaceTime. I thought it was more innocent and harmless. Honestly, it's not really okay for these older guys to be talking to such young girls. Why did you talk to him? Like, this is my thing, bro. Like, why are we throwing? Why is she throwing all the blame on him? It was it was a two-way street to match. Like, I don't get it. Me personally, I just don't get it. Like, this is not victim blaming. This is none of that. This is just if you know that there's a situation that you're uncomfortable with, why go and do it? I don't know, bro. I don't think this is anything that we should even be like saying, "Oh yeah, Matthew Perry needs to reevaluate himself." Nope. A rep for Perry did not respond to Page Six's request for comment. Do they ever? Like, I don't think people ever respond to these tabloids' requests to comment. In November, Perry announced he was engaged to a 29-year-old literary manager, Molly Hurwitz. Harold is still on Raya and says she has not been kicked off yet. Our ref for the dating app did not return our request for comment. Dog, this is what I'm saying, bro. Let's read the other one. Because I think the Ben Affleck one was actually kind of bad. Actually, I don't think it was. Single Ben Affleck is allegedly swiping right on dating apps when he's not meeting up with his ex fiancee Jennifer Lopez. The TikTok username Navine J went viral on Monday after sharing a private video. The Gone Girl actor 48 allegedly sent her to confirm his identity on Reddit. And thinking of the time I matched with Ben Affleck on Raya, I thought it was fake, so I unmatched him, and then he sent me a video on Instagram. She captioned the clip. Now we see more. Then added a video of Ben Affleck calling her by her name and addressed the unmatching incident. Naveen, why did you unmatch me? The award-winning actor exited the clip. It's me. Jay and a rep for Ben Affleck did not return its request for comment. In October, Page Six exclusive reported that the Justice League star was looking to get on with fellow sexy singles on Raya, an ultra elite dating app frequently used by celebs. Seemed like he wanted a real partner. He seems to want a real partner and not looking to date a celebrity. He's private in a good space right now. He has his kids and is focusing on work, but is ready to be in love again. After later denied being on any dating website, including Tinder, Bumble, Grindr. Nigga, they had a video. What was the point? Or I mean, nah, this after 2019 actually. Pretty sure this Navine J joint was like uh pretty recent or some shit. Telling Diane Sawyer on Good Morning last February, I know people who are on them and they have a fun time, but not me. I love to have a relationship and deeply meaningful, in which one I could be deeply committed. Like in his ex-wife Jennifer Garnier, separated. Oh my gosh! Then dated Saturday Night Live producer Lindsay Shukas. Most most recently had a pandemic romance with actress Anna Mars. The couple split in January, a year into dating, but not being on the same page about having kids. Um, No, back on the market. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that. What did he do? So all this nigga asked was, why did she unmatch him? Now I'll say this. Now I'll say this. All right. I'll say this. And wait, there's a comment after she posted the TikTok. He said it's me like you personally knew him. I won't say personal, but like, nigga, he was in the Justice League. Everybody knows that was a pretty shitty movie, but like, come on, you know him. Like, stop it. Yes, he said it's me because he's famous. Like, why are we acting like niggas? Like, if someone's famous and he's saying it's me, yes, it's because that nigga's famous. I don't. It didn't seem like Ben Affleck did anything either. All that. The only thing with Ben Affleck is that this nigga sent like after she unmatched him, he went and actually kept on going. I feel as though that nigga number one is too rich to be that desperate. I don't know. Is that wrong for me to say? Is it like can't you be too rich to be desperate? Like again, I don't think like I thought Ben Affleck actually did some like weird shit. Just cause like, but I'll say that he did. He shouldn't have like went to her joint. I don't think he did anything weird. Just some nigga that was looking, bro. I don't know. They're down bad, bro. Niggas have not been able to fucking do anything, bro. Hmm. I don't know. If I'm wrong, tell me, bro. Like just DM me, say, nah, you're wrong. All right. Even though these girls signed the terms and agreements when registered for the app and did all that, even though these girls allowed their joint to be that huge, let me see. Does Raya have an age filter? Mm, okay. I guess Raya's like a movie too. Does Raya dating app have an age filter? Okay. Now I'm looking at a review for Raya. I just want to know. Mm, it doesn't provide any free features. I mean, obviously not. You gotta have. So that's what it is. Wait, it only allows verified and authenticated profiles. You can use Raya for not only dating but networking. Obviously, they are on the dating side though, so that was networking. Um, age. All right. Actually, nope. You can look at their names, a slideshow with their pictures as well as age and location, so you know what age they were. You know who the fuck they were because they have their pictures. All that. Keep going. Um, yeah, nah. They don't say. So this review doesn't say that they have an age joint, but I'm pretty sure they do. I don't. I can't think of any dating app that doesn't have it at this point. Especially an app that's like so popular and you have to pay so much for, such as this one. But yeah, no. This is my thing, bro. Like, cause and it's always I've always had this question for girls, bro, for on dating apps, bro. What's wrong with why is there girls that make the dating app before they're 18? And while granted that guys do that too, but I don't know, bro. I don't you don't really see girls go to jail or like having big stories because of what is it statutory rape. Not to say that they shouldn't. However, it's not really that big of a thing. Guys, it is, and it's like most guys on Tinder, on dating apps, I feel like in general, are just trying to like go on real quick because you can't really find love on those apps. To be completely honest, there's only so much that you can like talk about with everything, and like just text message like those text conversations are just never really that great. You don't want to step on like the other person's shoes and all whatnot and all that. So I've always wondered like, because I feel as though I don't know. Maybe I have to like actually see, but from what I know, there's a vast array of girls who be on Tinder and be like, not really 18, ha ha ha. I'm actually 16, ha ha ha. And some that just don't say it, that won't even say it, won't even tell you. Which is why the moment because like I had Tinder, never took that joint seriously. The first year I got it, which was when I was 18, 19, still didn't. I never actually took Tinder seriously ever. Period. Actually, but like this to be completely honest, never have I ever. But it's like when you're bored, it's just laying there, bro. Sometimes you just like start swiping. I don't know. I feel as though like the thing about Tinder and dating apps in general is that you end up being too focused on how they look for the most part, which like can kind of like hamper your ability to actually build a connection. Because like when you really like somebody, obviously they're beautiful in your eyes and all and whatnot and all that blah 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 love bullshit. But this is a side note, bro. If LeBron is able to win as a seventh seed after doing the playing and everything, I think I'll say he's the goat. Low key, depending on how everything else in the playoffs play out, just because like a whole bunch of stars have been getting injured. Like if a majority of people don't get injured, LeBron might be the goat. But let's ignore. But let's just keep going. Otherwise, I don't know. I feel as though like now his rings are kind of like like part of his longevity stats. He has like one of the best number twos in basketball, in Anthony Davis. If he's fully healthy, Anthony Davis is not better than Giannis. Giannis is like having to be a number one option. All right, you can't tell me Anthony Davis never had a better team than Giannis. Like previous Giannis teams, mind you. Like ignoring this year's, but even previous Giannis teams, like definitely didn't stack up to like Anthony Davis teams. I don't care what anybody says. This year, definitely arguable, but Anthony Davis had him for a while. Had Drew Holiday for a while too. So yeah. Um, but going past that, let's actually start talking. Let's keep talking about the situation. All right. I opened up a tab and I have YouTube. And, one of the YouTubers that I watch was all like, "What would a fifth ring do for LeBron's legacy?" About all that, blah blah blah. I'm not talking about that with Nige, but we'll see. Um, yeah, dog. I don't know. In general, the entire thing with Raya joint, I don't feel sorry for these girls. Them say like, I feel as though them saying, "Oh, we're using their you got where I'm bringing awareness to the Hollywood people who are talking to young girls." I'm like, okay, I don't see any issues with them talking to young girls as long as they're not like pressuring them. They're not saying, "Oh yeah, um, to get a movie part, you let do this, and that." Nah, because at the end of the day, these young girls are matching with them, and honestly, they're getting aren't they also taking advantage of these old people? Can we not act like can we not like act like these people were literally using like this? He's 51. All right, other nigga Ben Affleck's 48, so still, but that nigga Chandler is 51. All right, can we not act like he was like really about to be the guy that like? is about to be like holding her and everything. Like, nah, bruh. Let's not let's not act like it. Like, if anything, they might have ruined their chances in Hollywood because these niggas can't keep a secret. You know, you gotta keep a secret in Hollywood. But like, nah, like if they didn't do anything that would make it that makes it like grooming or like using their actual position of power against somebody else, what did they do wrong? Again, age gap is weird. However, it's it was a mutual match. The girls decided I'm going to match with him. One of them said, "Oh, it's because it's funny." You don't know why he met? No, he could have matched partially because it was funny. Probably not. But like, look, if you're 51 and you have the ability to pull somebody that is 19, I don't blame you for trying. All right, so this is an accomplishment in some ways, is it not? I don't know. I think it is. I think that like literally by posting this, you just want a clout. It were like, I don't know. Is it not? Is it bad? Is that a bad thing to say? I don't think so. Maybe you guys do. All right. Let me know. Let me know if what I'm saying is just all bad. Nah, you're just saying a whole bunch of shit because you're a man. You don't understand the struggles that us female. No, she was a blonde. She was a white blonde lady, bro, or a blonde girl. All right. Just the fuck about struggle. Like, dog. This is a whole nother thing, but it, I promise you, bro. If a white girl tries to ever talk about me having privilege over her, I might just have to. I might just have to smack her right then and there. It's a joke. I'm not actually smacking girls. However, I'm just saying because like, shut up, bro. Shut up. Shut up. You were able to have jobs before us. Yeah, the jobs are paying literally pennies a day. Stay in your fucking lane. All right, working 20 hours a week or 20 hours a day just to get a penny. Stay in your damn lane, bro. You guys were able to vote before us. They're giving us a whole bunch of literary tests. So could they really vote? No. But go off, sis. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't I don't want to hear from white girls. Like any other ethnicity. All right, bro. We can argue a little bit. All right. Yeah, you know, you can get in the ring with me. But those white girls, bro, stay in your lane, bro. Fucking the joint called her a blonde beauty, bro. They the news story said the blonde beauty, blah blah blah. Nigga, what? Dog, I'm sorry, bro. If I see a 19-year-old and a 51-year-old together, in my head I'm like, all right, sure, that 51-year-old might have some sort of position of power. He's probably rich. She, but I would be more skeptical about the girl. What are you doing with the 51-year-old? Do you really love him? Or do you love what he has? You love his clout. Why are you with him? All right. And then if they're actually in love, I'm like, all right, that's none of my business. I don't give a fuck who that 51-year-old fucks. I don't give a fuck who that 19-year-old fucks. All right. I'm just a nigga just walking past them on the street. Well, not literally, because I don't have the cachet to walk past none of these TikTok stars. You feel me? Much less these 51-year-old Hollywood kings. But like, come on, bro. That's the other thing, bro. TikTok is. I'm not impressed by TikTok stars at all, bro. All right, y'all niggas like majority of y'all aren't even acting. Majority of y'all just standing there copying the same fucking dance has been done a million times, not even coming up with it. Go fuck yourselves, bro. No, you know, yeah, nah. I might just end the podcast there, bro. Go fuck yourselves, bro. I'm tired of this. Like, just a part of me is just tired of this. Like, Like it just this non-sensual slander, I guess, of guys and like what guys should be responsible for and everything. Cause I get it, all right, I get it. Like if some person is doing some bad thing, I get it. However, I remember, like I had seen there was some Instagram model who was dating a 14-year-old. It became kind of big for a second, then nobody cared anymore, and she was still dating him, posting pictures of them literally dead ass lip kissing and all that. I think the parents actually tried to file something against her, and it didn't go through. This is like a few years ago that I saw that, and it's like nobody ever cares. You see every now and then there's like stories of like teachers messing with their kid, like the student athlete or some kid and everything, and like those aren't widely talked about as a PE teacher messing with their girl as with their girl students. It happens, no, but nobody cares as much. All right, and I'm like, but in both of those situations, it's the older person's fault because they're literally taking advantage of somebody who doesn't know any better. These are young people, all right. But now I'm getting to the point where it's like, how old is 19 then? Am I? Are you not an adult at 19? I understand that, like, because people, especially on Twitter, it's like you're not 18, you're not an adult and everything, and I'm like, I guess I can agree. You don't have all the qualities of a fully functioning adult. You just got here. All right, you just made it. You just made it to the start line of adulthood, bruh. You just finished. You just went to the finish line of childhood, bruh. Technically, I guess. All right, now you're in the real. Now you're in the real world, and you're entering to what it is to be an adult. All right, I can get that, but I feel as though by the time you're 19, you should know better. That if you don't think that you like that you should be able to control certain situations. I feel as though this is one of the situations you should have been able to fucking control. I don't think it's too much to say that. All right, that's the end. I think that girl. Well, I think both girls on the low should go fuck themselves. The first one that I was talking about, the fucking blonde beauty, more than the second one. I still don't think the second one that fucking got Ben Affleck in trouble. Dooley was much better. Chrissy Teigen, I don't really know you, bro. I don't really know your full take. However, if you're blaming these guys more than you're blaming them, I think you're wrong because they knew what they were doing. All right, these guys were probably just surprised that they were able to match with a 19-year-old. All right, like this nigga literally played 20 questions. Can we stop? Like let's not act like they really were going too far. All right, sure they were desperate. All right, but my nigga, if you're 51 and you pull a 19-year-old, probably feeling pretty glad with yourself. All right, probably weren't expecting it. All right, there's some times when I'm swiping on Tinder, I'm like, oh shit, she's bad. I don't think she's gonna match with me. So I have two choices at that point. I could swipe left because I'm like Elo, because they have like a little like score system where it's like the more right swipes. I think one of my friends told me you swipe right a majority of the time, you have a higher chance of like, and nobody matches with you. You get thrown low in the lower portions of the algorithm because then it's like you're not really liked. Versus if you just like only match with other people who would match with you. So it's like obviously there's people who I see that are way out of my league. All right, sometimes. All right, and sometimes I'm like, I just swipe right, dog. Same way she said, oh, I swiped right on him because it was funny. There was this one girl that I met at a party, right, and um, she wanted like afterwards. After the party, we exchanged snaps slash numbers and everything. And she wanted me to like pull over to her crib and like lay down the pipe. All right, and I didn't want to. So later, like a year later, I'll be a sophomore in college at this point. I see her on Tinder. All right. Now, granted, I hit a little bit of trays that day, but I was all like, what would be so fucking funny is if I swiped right on her and then we matched, and we ended up matching. I felt like later when I matched her and I was like talking, I was like feel a little bit uncomfortable because I was like I was not expecting this to actually like happen. But like I could have unmatched, couldn't done any of that. I ended up deleting the app. I didn't really care. All right, if you're uncomfortable, you can. If you're uncomfortable online, it's not that hard to get off. All right, that's all I'm saying. Like this is not a case of cyberbullying. This is not a case of grooming. This is not a case of pedophilia. No, this is none of those cases. This is a case of some of famous guys who are a little bit, just a teensy weensy bit down bad, wanted to cash in a little bit on their cachet for all the work that they put in, and now some people are just mad at them for it. I don't get it. All right, that's the podcast. I'm out. Okay, bye.